Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday Dinners with Tina. I'm your host, and today we have a fantastic recipe for you. We're making a delicious, homemade, sugar-free macadamia nut spread that's perfect for anyone watching their sugar intake or looking for a healthier alternative to store-bought spreads. Okay, full disclosure. This was supposed to be a hazelnut Nutella spread. Unfortunately, I can't find whole hazelnuts anywhere. Never mind the cost. But nuts have always been expensive. Not to mention, it is a bit hard to find around our neck of the woods. But $6 for a 4 ounce bag. Talk about nuts. So today we're using some chopped macadamia nuts instead. Okay, for this decadent dish, we're going to be using 2 cups of macadamia nuts, or if you can find them where you are, hazelnuts would be good. A 1/4 cup of coconut oil, melted. 6 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of stevia. Or actually there's something called liquid hazelnut stevia, but you can also use regular stevia if you want. If you can't find the hazelnut, because of course around me in my neck of the woods I can't find that either. You can also find the hazelnut stevia on Amazon if you need to. Okay, so let's move on to our pan and start working on our spread. Okay? Alright, so we're going to, in a dry skillet, we're going to toast our hazelnuts or macadamia nuts until they're fragrant. You can also use, if the only things you can find are the ones with the skin on, that's okay too. Just toast them until they're fragrant. This is going to take about 4 to 5 minutes on medium heat. Okay, so we're going to just keep toasting these. Okay, now if you're using the nuts, the macadamia nuts or the hazelnuts with the skin on, you're going to want to cool them down first. After you've toasted them on your skillet, and then you're going to rub towel over them to loosen and remove as much of the skin as possible. Okay, now as you can see, the nuts that we have are macadamia, and they are actually skinless, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so just keep moving them around until they're toasted. Like I said, this will take about 4 to 5 minutes. Just make sure that they don't burn. Okay, just a few more minutes of toasting, then it should be ready. Now, after you've made this, again, this is going to stay in your fridge for about 2 weeks, or you can use them to make one of those Ferrero Rocher balls. Just take a whole macadamia nut and just wrap some of your Nutella spread around it and put them in the freezer, or actually just put them in the fridge and to harden, and that should be it. And then you have your hazelnut candy, and those are good for Christmas especially, or for birthdays. All right, so this is probably good enough. All right, now we're going to cool these down first on our paper towel. Cool them down first, and then we're gonna get our food processor and make our spread. Okay, so here's our food processor. We're going to place our nuts, our macadamia nuts in. Once they've cooled down, place them in. And we're going to process this until until they're fine crumbs, okay? Okay, so in this, we're going to add our other ingredients, our coconut oil, and this is a half a cup of coconut oil. Okay. You have 6 tablespoons of your unsweetened cocoa. We're also going to add just a pinch of salt, and this is of course to just cut all that sugar down. And then a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of your liquid hazelnut stevia, or your regular stevia will also do as well. Okay. Okay, then we're going to pulse this until it's mixed up well. Test it, or just make sure that all your ingredients are just incorporated really well, and then pulse it again. Now if it's still a little gritty, you can add more coconut oil into it, okay? So we're going to add some more oil, just a little bit more. And pulse it again. Now, just FYI, because you are using melted coconut oil here, it will look looser in texture once made, but set aside for a little while on your counter, or even refrigerate for 30 minutes, and you will notice it thickens up. If you do refrigerate it for too long, though, it will harden and not be spreadable, so I suggest keeping it on the counter in a covered container. So, as mentioned, this is sugar-free. So for a serving of 2 tablespoons, it also has 1 gram of protein and 85 calories. Okay. All right, thank you for joining us on another episode of Sunday Dinners with Tina. Be sure to try out this recipe at home and share your baking adventures with us. All right, if you like our content, please click the like button, and also please don't forget to subscribe so we can send you notifications about all the upcoming episodes of Sunday Dinners with Tina. Until next time, happy baking, everybody.